Hello, this is Andrew with Missing Remote. Ubiquiti just released the Unified Dream Machine firmware version 1.7.0. This is a massive thing for them because on a few different levels. The biggest one is that now UDM, or the Unified Dream Machine, and the UDM-Pro are now, it's possible to run them on the same platform. The UDM shipped with something that wasn't Unify OS or whatever they call it. Yeah, Unify OS. And now you can actually install Unify OS on it, which gets more stable. Probably not going to say stable yet, even though Ubiquiti has classified this as a stable firmware. And I would agree with them that it is definitely more stable than anything else that they've put out. I've been using the beta versions of this firmware on my UDM Pro in a lab environment for a while now, and it is much, much better than even the 1.66 version of the firmware. The other big thing, and it's not listed here for some reason, is that you can finally restore a non-default backup to the UDM or UDM Pro, which means that I don't know how many months it's been since I bought this thing, but I'm actually one step closer to putting it into a production environment. I do want to continue to use the firmware a little bit more before I do that, but at least for me, much, much better situation, both from a stability and a feature perspective. They talk a little bit briefly about the new features. This obviously is not all of them. Unfortunately, I got my hand slapped last time I talked about a beta firmware. So while this is not the same as what is listed in the beta site, I can't post what's in the beta site because I don't want to get in trouble again. So we're going to go with what they posted here, even though it's not correct. I just want to show you one quick thing because this was really annoying for me and a lot of other people, is this feature that now you can power it off. That actually doesn't power off the device. It just puts it into a state where you can pull the plug. So that's great. It would be better if you could actually, if it would actually turn the thing off like a computer does. When you click the shut off, it shuts off. But this doesn't do that. It makes it so that you're not going to corrupt the file system if you pull the plug, which is a great addition. I'm really just, it's a niggle that it doesn't actually do the thing that it says it does. But whatever. So let's go ahead. Let's go to the settings and we will show the restoration process. You'll note up here that the IP address is 192.168.31.1. That's going to change when I restore my settings. So I go to controller settings, backup, and now I already took a backup of this. I downloaded one of these guys, or actually this guy. You will want to do that in case something goes wrong, but hopefully nothing does. So let's choose our file. This is the backup I took a little while ago, and this is the backup from my USG. Go ahead and open it. And now we get a dialog where I can select which site I want to back up from. So let's go ahead and confirm that. And then we wait a little while. So here we go back to our network. This is a good thing because it means that my switches actually came in. Looks like it lost the USG, which is good. My access points are there. Let's go ahead and look in the settings. So wireless networks are all there. My networks are all here, which is good. Routing and firewall, port forwarding, looks good. So that all looks great. But as I mentioned, this is not actually in the right network space right now. So let's see what happens when I change that. So go ahead and edit this. And let's make this 31 again. Get rid of that, and then you're going to be 31.2.17. So it looks like it won't let me change this because I have fixed IP addresses on my main network. So let's fix that. Well, this is not a great sign. Let's see what happens if I reboot it. Okay, so now we're back. Let's see if our network will load now. So that did not go as well as I had hoped, not nearly as well. I guess I will need to escalate to Ubiquiti support and see what they can tell me. If you already have a running installation, I would say go ahead and install 1.7.0. If you, like me, were holding off on restoring a USG-based controller site to the UDM-Pro, I still say install 1.7.0, make sure you have a backup, and then, but it's highly likely that you're going to end up in the same place that I am, where I'm going to need to hard reset this guy probably. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you have any questions or comments, or you have any suggestions about what I can do here to fix this, let me know below. Cheers.